welcome back to the garden. I want to give you a quick tour. We're at the very end of March. Today is the 31st and it's basically the beginning of April, but I want to show you the current state of where we're at. But I would be remiss if I didn't at least say thank you, because so many of you were so generous with your comments and your likes and your sharing, and it's helped my channel take off so much faster than I ever thought was possible. I've ordered a microphone, so hopefully future videos will have better sound quality, but please be patient with me. I'm a teacher, and right now we're in crunch time for finals and graduation, and I've got to put my kids first. I will keep posting videos, but they'll probably won't be super consistent until the end of May when school's out. So I hope you guys understand that I'm going to put my kids first and try to help them. They've been shortchanged for so many years because these kids are COVID kids and they just need so much help. Okay, get the emotions together and let's go to the garden. So this is my pear tree and it is beautiful. But you can see these used to be flowers, and look at how this one is really fat. This one has a little bit of a swelling, but like honestly this just comes off. Now there's no need to thin them yet because the ones that are not pollinated, like this one, the wind will just blow it off, so you don't need to do that yourself. Once we get a few weeks from now, once these get a little bit bigger, then I'll come through and I'll thin them to 2 per cluster. This one's pretty much already thinned to 2 per cluster. Look at that. Just 2 on this little cluster right there. Perfect. We've got a lot of things happening in the garden, a lot of progress. I think that is a hawk or a buzzard. I don't know. It was a very big bird. This row right here, we've planted some chickpeas, so hopefully, okay, this row right here, we've planted some chickpeas. So we've got some that have come up. So this is chickpeas. This is my first year growing chickpeas. I just literally planted them from the bag from the grocery store. Did not order special seeds, just planted them. We've got potatoes, we've got green onions, we've got carrots and spinach, and a whole lot of weeds, but it's still happy, so we're still happy. Look how many pears. I'm gonna be loaded in pears. I love it. This pear tree is just a common pear. It was here when I bought the house 3 years ago. So I bought the house July 2020, and this was all grass. I'll try to find some old footage, but every bit of this was grass. Nothing was here. The shed was here, but this was all grass. And I just kept working on it every day, a couple hours a day. These are some grapes. These are wild grapes, and this variety is Mustang. There's some other ones that are called Muscadine, but I don't have those ones. These are Mustang. These are baby grapes, and these will grow into big grapes soon. They make good jelly. Oh, hello. They make good juice, so I like it. We've got blackberries. I transplanted blackberries here, and the back fence has been a bit of a problem because the bamboo comes up all the time, and I can't get rid of the bamboo because I don't know who planted it, but bamboo grows underground in rhizomes and it's almost impossible to get rid of, and there's a whole forest of it back there and it comes up everywhere. You can see these are more Mustang grapes. We've got goji berry right here. This started out, I actually bought this I think the very first week that I moved into my house, and I was like, goji berry, done, in the basket. Do I have a spot for it? No. Will I find a spot for it? Oh yeah, we'll find a home for it. Then we just put it in the pot. I didn't water it pretty much all of last summer. I forgot about it. I tried to water it, but I just kept forgetting. We had a huge drought here in Texas. I'm in Central Texas, and I'm in Waco. The lake is at a 57%. That's the lowest that it's ever been on record. Like in recorded history, that's the lowest it's been. So that's craziness. This is Queen Anne's lace, which is a weed, but I love it. Legend goes that this tiny red drop in the center is a drop of Queen Anne's blood when she was tatting her lace. It's also called bishop's weed, or I think the proper name is Dracona carota. I don't know. It's a wild carrot. I'll put the proper Latin name on the screen. But they are very easy to grow. They're probably somebody screaming at me right now going, take it out. But I love them. We've got asters I just transplanted a couple of days ago. Every day when I get off school, I garden for an hour or two. It just helps me reset. Look at all of this growth. So this is just a raspberry. I had planted it over there where my table is. It was in one of those raised beds, but look how spiky it is. I don't know if you can see, but there's thorns all along it. Not so pleasant when the wind comes along and whacks you with one of those. My shed is a big mess. We will show you another time, but that's a project that we're going to be working on. We've got some irises coming along right here. So the irises have been, they've been here for about a year. They made it through last year's drought. We've got some ranunculus in bloom. Those have been planted for 2 years. And these we just transplanted today, but they're not looking okay. So I'm going to try to, honestly, I'm probably going to put some shade over them and just keep deep watering them, and they'll probably come back. But those are just some poppies. Those are some double, I think they're called peony poppies. They're really fluffy. We've got some elderberries. Elderberry, pomegranate. We put our strawberries in lots of places. So for example, this used to be the blackberry bed. You can see why the proximity to the table, not so good for eating. You get whacked. But we've got strawberries here. That's a raspberry that rooted from my giant, this was a raspberry bed and it rooted last time. We got some more strawberries here. Look at it. He's doing good. These are blackberries that I just transplanted today, so they're a little bit in shock, but honestly it's fine. We don't need this many blackberries. I'm trying to grow some for some friends who asked for some, so if they make it, they make it. If not, it's easy to propagate some more. This is a lime tree. This is a fig. I want to say that this is an Olympic fig, and that this one over here, I think this is a Texas everbearing. So this one's really nice. A friend from, I'm in a lot of gardening groups on Facebook. A friend in the fig growing group just gave me a fig tree for nothing, just for kindness. And it's just so beautiful. I have yet to get any figs. We have a big family reunion 4th of July, and that's when these ripen. I always miss them. But this year, I'm gonna go visit at a different time, and I should get some figs. My peas are coming along really, really well. I have eaten probably a dozen pods today. Nope, I'm not allowed to eat that one. See how if the light comes through, it's still not there? They're not quite big enough yet. But the ones at the bottom are gonna be a lot bigger than the ones at the top, because at the top, they're just putting out new shoots and new flowers. And then when the flower is pollinated, it makes little baby, yeah, you can see, here's a smaller one. Let me show you over here. There's an easier spot to see. Yeah. So you can see, once this flower gets pollinated, then it turns into these really small ones. And then they grow. Now as you go down the plant, these are older, right? Because the plant grows up. This is literally the youngest part of the plant. And then you get bigger ones and bigger ones, and you can see they're still not ready. And at the bottom, I doubt there's going to be that one. I could snack that one, but I probably should be better. What about this one? Is this one ready? I'm gonna give them a couple days. I keep snitching them all. We've got kale. So I've got kale, this kind of flowery one. I think this is German chamomile. That's what it came up. I planted a bunch of German chamomile in here, and I think this is what it looks like. I've never been successful, so if it's a weed, we'll find out. This one is calendula. So I've got calendula dotted throughout this garden, and there's one that's about to grow, like about to open. This is calendula about to open, so I'm kind of excited. I've never seen calendula before in person. And then we've got some artichokes. Where did I put it? So artichokes are perennial, and I'm sure y'all can relate. Life is busy, so anything I can find that you plant once and it comes back year after year, I'm in. Give me all the perennials. The idea behind my garden is get as much food as I can. That's wrong. Grow as much food as is reasonable. I'm not gonna kill myself for this. It's supposed to be enjoyable. But also, how do we make it as little work as possible? We've got tomatillos, marigolds planted in between. I've got a tomato at every single one of these stakes. If you guys want me to put together a video on how I built this, I recorded everything. I just don't know if y'all want to see it. So just let me know. Let me know what you want to see and I'll do my best. I got some petunias, and I'm not really sure where I'm gonna put them. My original plan, so I planted them in the winter, and my original plan was along this edge of the path and along that edge, so that as you're walking down the alleyway, there's a nice uniform border that kind of draws you in. The problem is, I remembered I planted them on this edge last year, and it was a nightmare. They were beautiful, but the grass kept growing in and I couldn't tell. And so then the grass was taking over the gardens. So if you have any ideas on where I should put them, please let me know. We've got bougainvillea. This is the actual flower. So the flower is this little white part, and these are calyxes, which is a specialized kind of leaf. They do very well here, but you have to bring them in the winter. All this long grass is saffron. So these are saffron crocuses. This is a pineapple that I grew from a top in the store. You know, I got a pineapple, cut the top off, planted it. Worked pretty well. Ah. And then we've got some more herbs. Let me go to the other side. Oh, I just got this avocado. So I've got an avocado. This is a Lisbon lemon. Can't remember, what's this one? I know it's a nectarine, but what kind? Sunglow nectarine. This is a, what is this? Greek oregano. This one's just common oregano. If you have, I have a friend who keeps chickens, and I always give her a ton of oregano each week. Grows back like a weed, but oregano helps their immune system. So if you have chickens, I would definitely plant a bunch of oregano. I don't have chickens, I'm not ready for chickens, but maybe in the future. I've never seen this before. Sage. Look how beautiful. I've never seen it flowering before, but it's just stunning. This is my improved, my hat. There we go. My improved Meyer lemon. And then some thyme. Look, it's flowering. I don't know if flowering is good on my herbs, but it makes me happy. And then this is some dill that just started growing, and I love dill. Dill's my favorite herb. We've got a few other things over here. I've got pineapple mint right here. I've got some ginger mint right here. We've got, these were some extra asters that I repotted. This is just some ginger. So ginger does really well in this area as long as you take it in the winter. And this is just from the grocery store. I just grabbed a piece that was organic, popped it in the ground. And this is mojito mint. I don't drink, but mojito mint is amazing in lemonade. If you've never had it, try it. We've got canna lilies, which are coming up and looking good. A whole mess. This was an experiment this year, a failed experiment. I tried to grow a pineapple and it was doing really well, and I put it in the ground. This is what's left. It definitely did not survive the winter. So if you're trying to grow a pineapple and I'm in Waco, Texas, which is zone 8A or 8B. I put a little greenhouse over it, but that was not enough, even with Christmas lights in there. Just put it in a pot. Save yourself the hassle. It's not gonna work. The banana, however, did fine. Now this is a dwarf variety. I can't remember what kind. I just got it at HEB. And it has done fine, but I had to completely cover it with leaves. So there was quite a bit. These are just some extra tomatoes and peppers. Well, the peppers are not extras. They're growing up, and I'm gonna put them in the ground probably tomorrow or Monday when I get a second. But the tomatoes, I've already planted all my tomatoes, so I have quite a few of extras. So I'll be giving those away to some garden friends. But I'm feeling like the garden's going really well. This is the first year I've ever grown garden peas successfully. I've never been successful with corn, so if y'all have any tips on corn, I would love it. If y'all have ever grown chickpeas, please give me some tips. I've watched a ton of videos online, but firsthand experience is invaluable. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up or share it if you like this video. Good night from the garden.